Hey folks, what's up? So, special episode, The Hungry Bleak, Wednesday. Yes, we're doing a Castaway episode, and who do I have joining me but JabbaChan?
Away, away, ahoy, ahoy, we are cast away. We're stuck where
I
we
wasn't
are.
expecting that part. I wasn't expecting. I wasn't expecting that part. I was expecting.
We
So
black,
we're
you know
gonna
you have to spice it up. Okay? You have to
obviously
spice it up.
been doing this for a couple weeks now. So we are going to do a Castaway for Disney's Tangled. All right, folks, and we're gonna have a lot of fun. I've got a couple of bonus round questions for Jabba afterwards. So, Jabba, are you ready?
As soon as I finish my food, I'm ready. But yeah, I'm ready.
Such an homage to one of the original hosts for TVA News, Joy Infinity. My sweet, my sweet.
Yeah.
And let's have some fun, folks. Let's go. Hey, folks, what's up? Welcome to the Hungry Bleak Show. I am Antonio Famaris, aka the Hungry Bleak, the hungriest man in the room. And my special guest co host for today is my co host from TBA News, anime, and gaming episodes, JabbaChan.
What's up, everybody? How we doing?
How are you doing? You are full of all types of food now. I'm guessing
Yeah,
you are
I'm
just
finishing, but we there. We almost done. If you
food
guys want to know
in
what it is, it's a
food in
Stover and
Arizona.
rice cake.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's kind of like, imagine having like a pot pie, but with rice in it.
That might be too much for me.
Kind of like a casserole,
Mm.
so to speak. It's okay if you just like want to pop something in the oven and let it cook for like an hour.
Hmm.
If you don't feel like cooking, but like it'll feed you.
But is it actual crust and the rice inside?
Yeah, there's like a little crust on top, and then there's
Hmm.
like and the rice bits on it with like peas, carrots, and I want to place like a creamy chicken soup type of like mixture in between.
Mm. Okay. Ironically enough, I had a pot pie today for lunch slash dinner because it was this big. So I
Oh,
ate it and I was like, yeah, I'm good for the rest of the day. I had a little bit of ice cream that I was like, yeah, I'm good for the rest of the day. Done. Done. So that's the food portion of the show, folks. So
mm-hmm.
you know the drill, folks. Well, actually, you might not. And if you don't, here it is. The Castaway episodes. Basically, what this is I invite someone on and they cast 5 characters from an animated movie, anime, comic, what have you. We did this last month with Keith Cross. Thank you so much, Keith, for the X-Men. Had a lot of fun. And my co-hosts Robert and Java were like, well, I want to get in on this as well. So I said,
Right.
cool, let's go with it. Let's have some fun with it. So Java, what did you pick for your Castaway and why?
So there are two reasons why I picked Tangled, because one, I heard that it was in the works of being a live action. So I figured like let me hop on that now to see who I can fan cast. And already somebody who I knew was going to be casted is already casted, so I have a runner up for that character. But we will let the people know who it is. And then also Disney is forever making live actions.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
So might as well jump on the bandwagon.
There you go. But it's never a bandwagon because here on this channel we say things first, then everybody else comes around and does it. That's
True,
what it. That's
true,
it.
true.
So let's start up with obviously the lead character for Rapunzel. Now, myself, when you said Rapunzel, I was completely off base, and I thought you were speaking about Brave. So I was thinking of all these characters, and you were like, "Oh yeah, well Rapunzel." I said, "Oh, wrong movie. I am completely
I
wrong."
mean, it's the hair. It's the hair. Come on.
That's what it is. I think when I saw when I saw Tangled in my head, I was thinking of the red hair and all that messy hair. But it made me want to rewatch Brave and Tangled because I haven't seen Tangled in a long time or Brave, but Tangled I think was longer back. But let's start up. So we're going with our lead character of Rapunzel, this is the character here in the animated version, skillet in hand
Mm-hmm.
as
Taking no
well.
mess.
Exactly. This makes me want some scrambled eggs so badly. That damn frying
Or
pan.
skillet pot pie, which is really good. I've made it before.
Oh, oh,
I'll give you the recipe after the show.
bet money. All right. Yes. So this is the lead character of the movie,
Yes.
obviously.
So can we say that at least the majority of the people I chose need to have some type of singing voice? Just saying. So
That-
all the people that I picked will have some type of singing voice. Some people don't sing, but the majority of them will have a singing voice and some type of musical background. So just the FYI.
That makes sense. So here's the character in the animated movie, and who did you choose, Jabba?
I chose Renee Rapp.
Oh,
Because for one thing, I've seen her do. She was in Mean Girls, the musical that went from a musical to a movie based on the movie, with Lindsay Lohan and Rachel McAdams and Amanda Seyfried. If you
Tina
see,
Fey.
you know it.
Yeah, everybody was in that movie for a while. Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't know she was in the musical also.
she's in the movie musical.
The movie, I know that there's the original movie.
Right.
Wasn't there an actual musical as well?
They made a musical of it, and then they redid that musical into a movie.
Oh, that's so it's that part I didn't know. I didn't know that the new movie was, well, the more recent movie was based on the musical and not the original movie, but still is based on, but there's singing involved in it. Oh, okay.
Right.
I didn't know that. Oh,
she plays Regina George in the musical.
Mm.
And Homegirl can't sing because I've seen her in other interviews where she does like sing off questions where it's like sing me a song with like the letter with like the word love, and she'll start going off base with that. And I feel like she could have a pretty good range besides just being like a pretty girl. Because I feel like especially like with her with the blonde hair, I don't know how they would do her with brown hair, especially in the short at the end of the movie. Spoiler alert, Homegirl gets a haircut, she has a little pixie cut at the end. You're welcome.
I forgot about that. I'm gonna be honest with you. I totally forgot about that part. Oh, you know what? I can kind of see her doing like the facial, because with a lot of the Disney animated movies, at a certain point they started really taking a really interest in their facial expressions and telling stories with the facial expression and the comedy in that as well. I could see her really having that expressive face to do that, especially if you're a singer. Your vocals and your face are muscles that you're constantly flexing and working. I can see her doing that. Awesome.
So yeah, that's just my choice. Like I said, she can sing. She does have she does have some acting abilities too, because she was also she did a collaboration with Coco Jones, and like I forgot what they sung, but it was awesome. I'm like, can y'all make an album together, please? And thank you.
Okay, I'll have to check that out. So yes, so we have our Rapunzel. Good job. So let's go with our next character, who is Mother Gothel. Now, again, it's been a while since I've seen the movie, but as I was thinking, and as I was looking at the pictures, I was like, the animated pictures, I was like, you know what? I think I started like kind of casting people in my head. But yes, tell us about Mother Gothel.
Wait, one, she's a diva, like icon. I feel like she would have the same. She has like the same charisma as I would say like Ursula.
Yes.
Because she's like, I'm about me and getting what I want. Yeah. And if you know the song for like Mother Knows Best, like she's all about like me. So wait, I want to see who you said, and then I'll give you what I've mentioned.
Okay. Well, and as this being the antagonist of the movie, the villain, what have you, for me, I'm older too. So some of the people I'm thinking of as like, oh, that person, just from older stuff, I would have said BB Newworth.
Okay.
From Cheers, she played Fraser Crane's wife, Lilith. She was also on Law and Order. I want to say the one where it was just the lawyers for a season or two.
You said
Law and
people
Order.
were.
I can't remember because she played. I want to say she played one of the ADAs for that particular show.
Yes. Okay.
You
I see it.
you see her picture, right? Right. So I was thinking BB Newirth. She was doing. I want to say she was doing Chicago for a while.
Yes.
Like she's a stage actor. Broadway presence. She has a wonderful voice. I believe she was a dancer as well. So the minute I saw Mother Gothel, I was like BB Newirth. Absolutely, just because of the hair. Because when she would let her hair, she would always have her hair up in a bun when she was on the show playing Lilith. Lilith was this very cold, icy, I want to say psychologist or therapist. Can't remember which one. But her name Lilith actually was perfect for her because she was very cold, very demeaning, very just straightforward. But when she let her hair down, she had this long wavy hair. It was between her and someone who's a little bit older. I'm not sure about how much, but Sonia Braga. Incredible legend, singer, dancer, actor. She very notably known for the Cosby Show. She played Theo Huxtable's. I want to say, what she played a math teacher. I want to say she played Mrs.
Yes.
Yes.
Sorry.
You see it right, Sonia Braga. Exactly. So these are people who I was like, oh, absolutely. And I think her with her accent would kind of add a little something to it because I love it. So yeah, so that's why I would have chosen, just because I was like, oh, that would have been cool. But anyway, who did you cast?
Well, technically, it was in a thought because, like I said, they were talking about making this movie into live action and fruition, and we are getting the green light. And people were saying Miss Catherine Hahn, and she actually does have the role of Mother Gothel.
Okay.
But since she is now officially cast, I can't use her anymore because she's already playing the part. So we're gonna switch it up. And I'm going with classic, at least classic for me, since she's already had her stepmother shoes filled. I'm gonna go with Bernadette Peters.
Oh.
If you have not seen Cinderella as her as a stepmother, she is so dramatic, but it's so good.
Oh my God. Yes, absolutely. She's another one. Stage presence. Absolutely. Just
and she's
incredible
funny
icon.
too.
She has such range with everything. Like, and again, I'm older, so I know her from older stuff for like Steve Martin in like the early 80s, 70s. And she's got the hair. She's got again another. What is it about stage and dancing and Broadway where these women have all this luxurious heads of ridiculously curly, thick hair? What is that? What is that? Yes. Well, oh my God. Yes. I'm so happy with nothing against Catherine Hahn. She absolutely is she's just like on that level amazingly. But yes, absolutely. Yes. Yes.
Like just play another stepmother for me. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that.
Oh, she's just wow. That was again, I haven't seen the picks that Jabba has picked, so that's why I'm lighting up, especially with her. I think that's just someone who I kind of grew up with watching, and was just an incredibly talented individual. So next up, we are going to go with this very cad looking individual of Flynn Rider. Yes, I mean the Smolder before The Rock.
Yeah.
Before Jumanji, the Smolder. Yes. So tell us about Flynn.
So Flynn is technically a wanted man because he be doing dastardly things, and the infamous pun is that all of his wanted posters are never the same. They are always wrong because of his nose. I don't know why. They always make his nose wrong. But I mean, it's like you're basically hoodlum backstory. Kid was on his own or whatever and started stealing left and right, just like make ends meet. Pretty much like your basic, like your street rat. for like an
Yeah.
Aladdin reference.
I was about to say Disney does that well. Yes.
So who I chose might not be known to everybody because he's definitely more on like the newer generations stage, is Milo Manheim. And he's been in a lot of Disney projects already. He's also in that television show that I've been talking about called School Spirits. He plays as one of the ghosts.
Oh, okay.
And his character in School Spirits is like, a high school quarterback, popular jock, everything, and he has that charisma and also kind of like that douchey vibe, like when he was playing as a jock when he was living. So I'm like, he could pull it off. Also, he sings and dances. And then for anybody that doesn't know his background, he was also in the Disney's Zombies and Descendants, which are like based off of like the Disney characters with their kids and stuff like that. So he has like singing and dancing because like it's Disney empowered in him, so it's a good thing to go. And like if you see any of like his interviews and watch Flynn's, like I could see that.
Not familiar with him, so that's interesting to know. Yeah, I do know the Disney stuff and the Descendants, which is a pretty cool series and project that they've come up with for those characters, and still having obviously their bread and butter, which is like fairy tales and things like that, but then having it for next generation, because Disney also has that in their back pocket of fairy tales and also younger generation actors, stuff like that.
And also, even though he's technically quote unquote a nepo baby, but I still like even his mama. His mama is Cameron Manheim, and you probably will recognize her.
Yes.
In a lot of different television shows.
Yes. That I heard the last name and I did not realize. I mean, yes, just what's the show that I loved her on? Law show.
She was in that TV show with Jennifer Love Hewitt that I just got finished watching. I think it was like Ghost Whisperer or something like that.
Oh yeah, she was in that. Oh my god, yes, she was. There was a show that she was in with like Dylan McDermott. It was a law show.
She was in Law and Order.
Well, yeah. But it was the show that actually was before Boston Legal.
Oh,
not the firm, not, oh my god. I watched the show.
Criminal Minds?
No. It was a lawyer show. It was it was a great ensemble cast. I started rewatching it the other night on Tubi or Amazon Prime, can't remember. And I just had these great memories, especially of like the 90s ABC, watching dramas on there. Like just such a, oh my god. At a certain age, that became like the new like TGI Friday, even though it was on Friday. Like that was the thing. I can't remember the name of the show though.
Are you sure it wasn't called Boston Public? I'm looking at her background right now. So
no, Boston Public should be that's about a school. It was a legal show that she was on. She was one of the lawyers. It was part of a firm. It was Bobby Donnell, I want to say, was the name of the lead character, maybe. This is driving me mad now.
Sorry.
This is driving me mad because it was just a show that I absolutely loved and had a great time with it. The Practice.
Oh, okay.
The Practice. I knew it was a legal word that it was named after too, but I could not. So I just had to look it up real quick. Yeah, The Practice was absolutely loved it. It's great, like 90s, early 2000s show. You feel it in every single shot. Absolutely, just it takes you back to that. But anyway, folks, sorry about that. So yes, that's very great. I'm loving that choice as well. He definitely has the look too. Yeah, definitely.
That's what I'm saying. He also
looks that picture. He has that arrogant look of like, like that could be his poster, but then it would be wrong because, like you said, see now I want to rewatch the movie because I love little gags like that in movies and stuff like that. Always
fun fact, they did that in Kingdom Hearts as well. When you were in Rapunzel's world, they made all the posters wrong for Flynn, so every single one had a different image of it.
CAD. So let's go with two siblings. Let's go with the Stabbington brothers, which is a great name for it. First off,
so obviously, like their mother got those henchmen, even though they don't really have much to like, for like speaking lines, but like, they have like their little banter here and there. And I am going the sinister route.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna see why I say this. I am choosing one
Mm-hmm.
man to play
Okay.
both brothers.
Yes.
And I'm choosing because we just talked about him last show, Alan Ritchson, because he
Ooh.
fits the build for it. And I feel like he'd come off like obviously he would give like that type of like thug appeal in a sense,
Mm-hmm.
and have like maybe like a little joke here and there. But I feel like let's go with him.
And he does have like um comedic chops because he has some very good like one-liners and like very dry humor in Reacher.
Mm-hmm.
But prior to that, he was in Blue State Mountain, which was this like kind of situational comedy or sitcom. I don't know why I said the whole word out. I have no idea why. Um, about like this football team on campus, everything, and he was like like their quarterback, like their captain Thad. So he has that capacity for it. I could, oh yeah, and he definitely fits the bill, like no pun intended. Very good, yeah, with the mutton chops and the eye patch and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, could definitely do it. For some of you, the plot might even thicken when you see him.
Oop.
Well, not that guy, but the other person. Yeah, the other person. Oh, very nice. Okay, so now we're gonna go with the captain of the guard. Tell us about this character.
Now this one has a relationship with Flynn only because he's always getting away. So that's where their relationship lies into it. And he's always like, trying to like keep everything in order within the kingdom. So you kind of already saw a sneak peek of it. The person that I'm going to make is Mr. Ross Marquand. If I'm saying it right, if you've seen him before, he's been in Walking Dead. He's also in Invincible as he voices Immortal in
Mhm.
Invincible. I feel like for one, he does have like military base, like from like some of the roles that he's played, other than just like voicing them. So I feel like it's not really that much needed for this role. So like it could be worth it.
Mm. I absolutely, excuse me, absolutely a fan of him. He does great impressions. Mars, my goodness. Ross has he was actually the Red Skull on
Yep.
Vormir, and a lot of people don't realize they thought it was actually Hugo Weaving, the original actor. So
Mm-hmm.
being able to do that means that you have range to do different roles as well as different voices, so you can change your voice you need it for whatever role that you're going to be in. Definitely has the look, and he has comedy chops as well. He's very
Mm-hmm.
funny. Again, to do impressions so well, you have to have some manner of comedic timing and comedic presence and knowledge. So I would definitely be on point with that. Um, I think he does a few characters on Invincible. I think, but Immortal is like the big one that you,
It's Rudy and
yeah,
Immortal, but Immortal's the most
yes,
that he's done.
yeah, I think so. Yeah. Um, I always love actors who do like animated, who like voice acting, and they'll do like a major character on the show, and then they'll do like five other characters. You look at it and you go,
Mhm.
wait, you do that one, and the voices are so different. He's someone who I would expect that from. He definitely would have the look with the mustache and everything too. He would definitely have the look,
Yeah.
and I would love to see him in more roles. Not
Hmm.
just on the mic like as a voice actor, but also on screen because he has a presence. He really does has it. And it's sometimes it's low key and it's supporting, but it's still very, very important to the role. Awesome. Those are really good. See, this makes me want to rewatch the animated movie, which I might start doing tonight.
Now, mind you, I know that there are some questions going on, but I do have two cameos because it's Disney, so we have to do it right. Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Honestly, for the King and Queen,
Mhm.
the King, we're gonna do Zachary Levi because he is the voice of Flynn Rider, even though I know he's kind of controversial. I know, I know, but there's a
Okay.
silver lining because we will have Mandy Moore, who was the voice for Rapunzel, play as Queen.
Okay, so cameos and also nods to the animated. Okay.
Because I mean, Disney will do it because they did it. If you didn't, if anybody has seen The Little Mermaid, which was like a whole like disaster fire because everybody was up in arms because Ariel was black and her hair was in dreadlocks, whatever. But they had Jodie Benson, who was a voice actor for Ariel in the movie,
Mm-hmm.
and paid an homage where she gave Halle Bailey the fork to her as a pass on because obviously Ariel's playing with the fork in the movie. So that was like a good nod too. So I was like, I'll throw in the nods for like, for the live action. So like let's throw on like the main actress for that one.
Okay.
Just to be
and
fair.
And yes, we like Jabba did acknowledge that. Yeah. Yeah, I always love nods like that, like little like nods, but also like if you know, like things like that. So they're awesome. Now, the castings were awesome. Great job with that. That was very fun. But now we're gonna get to the bonus round. This is basically where I'm gonna ask Jabba 2 questions. She does not know what these questions are. That'll have to do with the subject matter, which is Tangled and Disney animated movies. All right, so I saw that. We saw that. She's playing Galaga. She didn't think that anybody saw it, but we did. So, first question is, what animated Disney movie would you want to see adopted next?
I would say none because I'm anti live action because
No,
I don't want them to make any more. Like let them leave it be.
I totally understand.
Unless it's a villain story. Because they be having some gems when it came to like Cruella and Maleficent. So if they take from the animated story and just like put it on for like one character, I'll be fine with that.
Who would you want to see?
Okay, so we already had Maleficent, we already Cruella, we already had. Oh, good one.
I'm surprised you're not jumping at this answer, honestly.
Right?
Because I know the one that huh?
What do you think I'm thinking? Because I don't know.
I'm surprised you didn't say Ursula. That's the first person I think of. Ursula and Scar.
Sherry had both of them already had adaptations.
But as you were saying like they're like their movie.
Technically, Scar did. It's called Mufasa. You technically see his whole villain. You technically see his whole villain story. I gave you a whole list in our chat, like how I rate the Lion King franchise.
Yeah, that one I haven't seen.
Yeah, if you watch Scar, technically it's literally his backstory.
Because I know that they have a comics line from Dynamite where they actually, it's the villain story. They have one for Ursula, they have one for Scar, they have one for Maleficent. They have a couple of them going through. Oh, do they have one for Gaston?
No.
Him I would do because of that scene that you only found out years later where when he falls, you see the death skull in his eye. That's so darkly disturbing and interesting to me that somebody decided to put that in, that I would want his movie to see where he went wrong. If you always, because the thing with Disney heroes is, villains is a lot of times they're right in why they're the way they are now.
Right.
A lot of them, they're very justified, extremely justified. So I'd like to see where, like, what caused Gaston to turn and become that person. Like, that's always interesting to me. Those like stories of why you become that way. So yeah, that would be, because Maleficent, completely justified.
Loved it. I loved it. I don't know what it was with Angelina Jolie and those high prosthetic cheekbones, but my God.
Absolutely justified. I love the dark fantasy of it too.
Yeah.
The wings and the horns. And there's it's not very subtle, but the subtext of drugging her and taking advantage of her. and the way it's even shot
Yeah.
is very reminiscent of someone being attacked
Hmm.
and assaulted. And and I was like, she is justified. She is justified. Everything Maleficent does. At a certain point, I started going, you know what? Let me revisit these quote unquote villains.
Hmm. The only one I wouldn't say is we don't need to go back to, because one, he's just sick, is Frodo. Or Frollo, however you say it, from Hunchback of Notre Dame. That
Yeah, yeah,
man, yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Okay, yeah, yeah. That, yeah, yeah.
yeah. Now Cruella, I like the way they did the movie because it's really like Project Runway,
Hmm.
because of all the passions.
And you know, the fashion world is wild, as we've seen in a
Oh yeah.
recent documentary. We're not going to
Hmm.
talk about that. I think
Right.
we might have to do a show about that because I need to watch that and be like, oh my God.
There's
That's
another one coming on tonight at
really
9 on E. Hmm.
damn,
There's 2 different versions. You're welcome.
damn.
Hmm.
Whew. Okay.
Who's
So
spilling? Let me drink mine up.
yeah. So did you choose who?
No, because I said I was anti adaptation. I don't want to see another one remade. I want to see new stories.
Okay, that's fair. All right. So the next question is this one's kind of topical, but I believe he deserves all the spotlight whatsoever. All right. So what Disney film would you cast Delroy Lindo in? It could be live action or animated. I would love to hear his voice in something, truthfully. I don't know if he's ever done a voice acting. I'm not sure,
Mm,
but I would love it.
mm, good.
Exactly.
Mm.
Matter of fact, I'd love to see like behind the scenes stuff of him in the booth and his acting and just being over exaggerated and doing stuff. I would, yes, yes, yes. Mm-hmm.
Nope, I got it.
Oh,
Even though it was just done not too long ago, but I feel like we could have gotten more representation from it. Is him being in the movie Soul that was made by Disney.
oh,
Hmm. Even though we're only in there for like 10 minutes, and then we
mm,
become a little fluff ball of whatever. I would like to see him in Soul.
mm, yes. Oh, live action or animated? Yeah, live action or animated.
I would do live action.
Live action. Okay.
Hmm.
Hmm. Damn, that's oh.
Because that
Even
movie doesn't
10 minutes
give
of
enough credit.
yeah. Even 10 minutes of him is good. It's just uh, stop eating my sesame cake.
Or let
Mm,
me see if I can think of another one a little bit longer. Hmm. Hmm.
yeah, yeah, that would be. Oh, I just want him in everything now. I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, he's been in so much. I want him to be in so much more now, just so he can go up on stage and tell them that you're not going to count me down. Like just for more moments like that.
Right.
Just for more of him. Mm,
Hmm. I'm trying to think because there's so many that we could do, and I want to do it right and not just only give him like the black roles.
exactly. Yeah, just something to be there. For
Yeah.
for some reason, I want him in, and I have to rewatch it to see what role, but I want him in the Black Cauldron.
Wow. That's bringing it back.
That's a deep cut. I remember I read the book before I watched the movie. Because I was one of those kids. I would read the book
Mhm.
because I couldn't go to the movies.
Right.
So I'd read the book, then I see the movie like however long later, and I go, oh, okay. But I had more fun with the book. I see him in that. I would love to see him in a completely retelling of the Arthurian legend and stuff like that as Merlin.
Hmm. Ooh.
Yes. Hmm. Yeah. I would love to see him in a comic book fair role, not necessarily MCU or DC. I'd love to
Hmm.
see him in something indie Just something, yeah. I mean, we got a little bit of action with him with the one with Jet Li
Mm,
and a very young Jason Statham as well.
true.
Yeah.
But now I'm still trying to think of a movie, just like if we had to
Mhm.
do a Disney if I had to put him in
I mean,
and not make it just black.
yeah, like because he just him in yeah, it can't just be because the character's black, it's because it's Delroy.
Right.
And he just has that incredible this acting pedigree and just this amazing actor. It's a hard one, right?
Okay, so
Hmm.
no, that's not doing him justice, but it does switch up when I could see it only from him being in Sinners, but in a different twist of it. I can see him in The Princess and the Frog, but as the lightning bug, Ray.
Oh, okay.
And even
Hmm.
though Ray is voiced by Jim Cummings, who's like pretty much voiced like the majority of our childhood because he has so much range, but
Hmm.
if we had to do it like in a live action, he were to voice him, I could see him like doing that. But I don't want to do it just because it's like a black movie. Like,
You know who I'm thinking? I mean, or what I'm thinking actually. Um, they're both pirates because I want to see him on the high seas. Captain Hook
okay,
or I just had the damn movie up and I completely lost it. The hell. Or Treasure Planet
as the big guy with the metal piece. I
as
think I know.
trying to think of the protagonist's name.
I know you're talking about.
Yeah, I can't think of the actual like character's name, but
I feel
because I
like I
want
need
to
to
see
watch that
him.
again.
I mean, we all have Disney Plus. So, I mean, we can all watch
Yeah.
everything with this one. I absolutely the idea of again a black pirate um on the high seas, just that. I love the fact of him as Captain Hook more, I think.
Mm,
Um just it was Captain Flint, I think is the yeah, Captain Flint is the character's name from Treasure Planet. But
okay.
I think I want Captain Hook more because Captain Hook, for me, Captain Hook is one of those characters and was incredibly voiced in an animated series by Tim Curry,
Mm-hmm.
who
Mm,
I'm absolutely such a huge fan of and love. I could watch Tim Curry movies all the when I was a kid. Between my God, uh, between my goodness gracious, between that animated series, um, between what is it, Home Alone 2,
mm-hmm.
um, between actually Rocky Horror Picture Show. I saw that later. I didn't see that until later in life, like when I was in maybe my 20s or something. I saw that finally.
Oh,
So
I
I
saw it
think,
like way young. I probably shouldn't have seen it that young, but I
yeah,
saw it way young.
but it's so good. So I think the only person who I can see doing that the next in the is Delroy Lindo.
I got I got two because now that
Okay.
we're talking about it, it makes sense. And even though they don't consider it black, but you don't, it's a kind of like a cult classic.
Hmm.
Is I see him playing as the king in Atlantis Lost Empire, even though it technically is a black role, but like that's still a good movie that people don't talk about often,
Mm,
which I
yes.
enjoyed. Or I can see him playing Davy Jones, Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, damn. Yes. Oh,
Since we're talking about pirates.
oh. Wasn't he? I haven't seen those movies in such a long time. Was Davy Jones the father of Calypso?
No, that was her lover.
Oh, yeah. I knew that they were linked, but I couldn't remember how they were linked.
And
Okay,
no, that was
but I
that
was.
was her lover.
Those are yeah. Ooh, Davy Jones. Yes, yes. Because we don't get a lot of black. of actors doing those roles of being on the high seas, being pirates, even though there were black pirates. There were like it
Yeah,
was
'cause
like that whole area.
you don't see a collective of different variations until that last movie. 'Cause I think the first one, I think Zoe Saldana popped in for like, you know, a hot minute because Johnny Depp was screwing around and like she remembered who he was. And I think he stole her boat and she's like, you
Yeah,
stole
I
my
think
boat.
so.
And I
Hmm.
think, and then Calypso obviously, like, you know, was part of it in the second and third one because she was like the main character. She was like part of the story for that anyway. But
Hmm.
yeah, but I think like once you got to the third movie, that's when they started like diving into more because you saw like, you know, Chinese pirate, like Chinese or Asian pirates. I don't know exactly where they were coming from, but then you
Hmm.
also like, you know, the French, you saw Spaniards and like, you know, wherever I guess like the English since they were based out in like the Caribbean, which like, you
Yeah.
know, for Johnny Depp and stuff like that. But yeah,
Hmm.
I would need to say either Atlantis as a king or Davy Jones.
Davy Jones is nice. I
Oh,
like that.
that's it. That's it. Davy Jones could get a backstory.
Ooh, that would. That is one of the most interesting characters
Mm-hmm.
in the Pirates of the Caribbean series. That is one of
Mm-hmm.
those, and it was voiced by Bill Nye, I think. No, no, no,
Think so?
no. Bill Nighy. I think I'm thinking of Bill Nye Science Guy. Jeez.
Bill,
Bill Nighy.
Bill.
Bill. Yeah. Sad. I want to say it's Bill Nighy. I want to say that's or Nike. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce his last name, but I want to say it's Nike.
Think so.
Possibly. I don't know if I'm saying who I absolutely love as an English
Yeah,
actor. He's like
Bill
great.
Nighy. If you're it's like Nighy.
Yeah. So that was the actor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yes. Um. Yeah. Just a huge fan of that. So that would be
No,
awesome.
but he wore the. I think he wore the prosthetics though for it, like
Yeah.
or like motion capture stuff on it to do the whole Davy Jones part.
Yeah. The tentacles and everything.
Mhm.
Because that
Yeah,
was.
it's
Oh
like and like why would you want to be like a part octopus with a claw hand and stuff? Like I want details of why you chose what you chose.
yeah. Because that's one of Davy Jones. Everybody knows the legends of Davy Jones' locker. Well, not the
Mm-hmm.
legend, but people know the name of it, the title, and everything. But to know that the sea has so many of these stories and legends, and the darkness that's there, and supernatural stuff that you could do. Oh, you could, yes. So yeah, so whenever y'all are ready, Delroy, Davy Jones, Captain Hook. Let's get this brother on the high seas whooping ass and telling people to stop eating my sesame cake.
Mm-hmm. Well, I finished eating my dinner.
There you go. So, folks, on that note, I had a lot of fun. I love doing these castaway specials. I think they're so much fun, and I love seeing who my special guests, co-hosts for these shows are going to pick for these characters, and these movies and stuff like that. And actually, what projects they even want there to be an adaptation of is always cool for me. But on that note, who would you cast in these roles? Who would you think? Did you think these were good? Did you think, nah, I got somebody better? Who what role would you want Delroy to play? Not, I mean, all of them, obviously, all of them. Like, I would
Mhm.
love to see him do a one-man show on Broadway, just him doing everything. I don't know, but what have you? But what are your thoughts? Let us know, okay? This Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time will be your regular episode of the Hungry Bleak Show. I'll be giving you. It's a pretty light show. I'm talking about some events that are coming up, Kickstarter, and I talk about food a bit, obviously. But I want to say also, Robert was off this week. He and his wife are celebrating her birthday. Happy birthday to Talitha. Hope you all. I thought you were about to sing happy birthday. I really
No,
did.
I'm just gonna say happy birthday and scream it.
I thought you were about to say. I thought you were about to sing.
No,
Enjoy it.
you
Have a
guys.
great time. Enjoy it. Have a great time. Robert will be back next week, and we'll be chopping it up on Wednesday. I don't believe I said chopping it up. I hate that term. We will
Mm,
be talking and chatting. I hate that damn term. I don't know why I hate it in that concept, but I do. We'll be talking about comics, and we'll have reviews. There's a bunch of comics that came out Matter of fact, happy new comic book day. A lot of stuff came out. Enjoy it. Go to your local comic book shops. Make sure that they know. Show them love and give them some coins so they can stay open. People can have jobs. It's a beautiful thing. And then next week, another full week, folks. Another full week. We'll have anime and gaming. We'll have comics culture. We'll have the Hungry Bleak show. There's so much to talk about. And I got some stuff for Jabba to talk about with next Monday. I do. You, Jabba. You.
I ain't do it.
I'm gonna talk about you, Jabba. Talking about you.
I'm just eating.
I don't know what to say. Such a great homage to Joy Infinity. Joy Infinity, we love you. We miss you.
Love you.
On that note, folks, you have a very good day. Enjoy the rest of it. Please be safe. Drink water. Take your vitamins. Take your meds, whether it's for physical, mental, or emotional ailment. We want you to be the best you that you can be, and be safe out there. And thank you, Jabba, for being a part of this.
No problem. This was
fun. Would you like to do it again?
Hell yeah.
All right. That's it. Confirmed. We're gonna do this one again. Have a good one. And as always, I wish I could stop saying this, but I can't. Fuck Trump and abolish ICE. I don't know what else to say, folks. All right, have a good one. Did you just dab?
I did.
Yeah, we're done. We're done. Bye, folks. Bye, peace. Bye. We're done.